Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Michael Breus, the sleep doctor. It probably isn't a surprise, but we Americans eat a ton of sugar, and it has serious consequences for our sleep. I'm not talking about my love of cookies, chocolate, or ice cream. I seriously have a problem with ice cream. No, what I'm talking about is that sugar lurks just about everywhere in the American diet. I mean, we eat sugar without even trying. So let's talk about why it's such a problem, and most importantly, what you can do about it to get better sleep. I bet you didn't realize, but the average American consumes 17 teaspoons of sugar a day. One of the things that happens when we eat too much sugar is that we spend less time in deep, slow-wave sleep. Back in 2016, researchers took 26 people and split them into two groups. One group ate a pretty controlled diet that limited sugars, fats, and emphasized fiber. The other group was allowed to eat whatever they wanted. And you know what? The second group ate way more sugar than the first, and researchers found they spent less time in deep, restorative sleep and were generally more restless throughout the night. Getting deep sleep is important because it maintains your metabolism and your immune function. And don't forget, some chocolate also even has a small dose of caffeine, so you're getting a sugar caffeine 1-2 punch all in one dose. And by the way, I have a ton of great tips on how to get not only quality sleep, but quality deep sleep too. So for more tips, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sugar also has a tricky effect on the brain. A sugary treat, however small, activates dopamine in your brain. And the more sugar we eat, the more desensitized we become to that dopamine. So as a result, we need to eat more and more sugar to gain the satisfaction of the dopamine in our brain. What does that have to do with our sleep? Well, that increase in your sugar intake will disrupt your normal appetite. And that often leads to late night cravings and poor sleep in general. And we know that poor sleep leads to poor diet choices, also interferes with our insulin production, which is key regulator of our blood sugar. So you can see that a diet high in sugar can really have some cascading effects on our sleep and our overall health. The other impact sugar has on your body is that it can increase inflammation. Sugar can contribute to the formation of biochemical compounds that spike inflammation and also elevate our cholesterol, which we know is linked to increased inflammation. And when our body is inflamed, there are more cytokines in our system, which have been linked to trouble sleeping and even insomnia. So even though you might be cutting out sugary treats before bed, consuming a lot of sugar throughout the day can have some enduring effects throughout the night. Finally, your gut is one of the most biologically complex places in your body. It's teeming with microscopic organisms that are fragile and easily knocked out of balance. Now, the research on how sugar directly changes the gut microbiome is rather limited, but we do know that a standard Western diet, one that's already full of high processed sugars and fats, profoundly changes the bacterial composition and even our intestinal walls. So what could be the result of all this? It contributes to inflammation and inflammatory disease, and we've just talked about what inflammation can do to your sleep as well as your sleep quality. There is no doubt that eating a Western diet that is high in sugar and fats is a recipe for poor health outcomes and poor sleep. Not to mention, poor sleep leads to overall poor health as well. So you can see how intertwined these issues are. My recommendation is to focus on a diet that is high in fiber, low in sugar, and that prioritizes whole, unprocessed foods. But let's be fair, that's easier said than done. The good news is that I have some great tips on the best food to eat for better sleep in this video right here. So whether you're starting your journey to better health or you're just looking for ways to add healthier sleep-friendly foods to your diet, do what you can to make small steps to reduce your sugar intake. You'll be healthier for it. This is Dr. Michael Breus, the sleep doctor, wishing you unsweet dreams.